Hi, I'm Ray Romano, and I've known Harry Freedman for a long time. Not only as a terrific comedian, who I use very often as my opening act, but also as a good friend who I compete with in everything from golf to tennis to who's the bigger hypochondriac. So, with all this competition, it made me feel very good when Harry came begging to me to introduce this video. That's when I was stunned to find out all of Harry's other identities. Take a look.
Have too many long meetings turned your participants into zombies? Maybe it's time to bring them back to life. Meet Harry Freedman, the nation's leading expert.
And making the sale requires a term I know you're all familiar with that I like to call strategic planning. I know you've heard this term a million times. I know there are those of you out there that are involved in implementing strategic planning. But today, I want to give you my definition of what I mean by the term strategic planning. Our host company, RRI, in my opinion, is the best in the field. And success like this can only come from one source: leadership. People such as their president and CEO, Walter Hall. Now that I've gotten that remark out of the way, let me tell you, I really have no idea if Walter is all that great or not as a leader. But now that I have successfully kissed up to Walter, I stand a good chance of being rehired to speak again at next year's meeting. That's strategic planning.
According to front-page profiles in the business sections of the New York Times, Miami Herald, and International Herald Tribune, Harry Freedman, M.D., Ph.D., J.D., has been a doctor, a consultant, a top stockbroker, and a motivational speaker. He has been described as an expert in worker safety, bank regulation, health care, and stock forecasting. Harry Freedman is also an utter fraud. He will gladly pose as just about anything you want.
Truth of the matter is, I truly admire the work being done here at RRI. Particularly when you consider as part of their jobs they have to deal with anything from handling transfers in over 60 countries while cutting relocation costs, handling inspections and disclosures and spouse partner support programs, to obtaining independent appraisals and analysis and disposing of old homes. Which I think proves one very important thing. The leadership of this company simply can't make up its mind what the hell it really wants to do. That's why I believe I've been brought in here in order to help clear these things up. After all, I think we've all heard the expression, those that can do, do. Those that can't do, teach. Those that can't teach, consult. And those that can't consult, recruit those that can do, which I think should pretty much explain the whole thing. Thank you. I know by now a lot of you are wondering what the heck I'm doing up here. The fact is, we didn't bring you here for an actual meeting, but rather because a lot of your companies hired me so they could have an excuse to get you out of your offices so they could clean out your desks and bring in the new trainees. Now, I hope by now you figured out I'm not actually a consultant to RRI, and if you haven't and you work for RRI, you're fired. I'm actually a stand-up comedian from New York City. My name is Harry Dilbert Freedman. Thank you. That's actually my stage name. My real name is Biff Wilson. And the reason I'm really here today is to talk to you about Amway products.